Welcome to RM Touch CCNA Practical Labs. In this lesson, we will learn how to make configuration access control list for VTY. Access control lists for VTY are used in a network devices to control access to virtual terminal lines for remote management such as SSH or Telnet. Access control lists define which IP addresses or networks can connect to a device and what action they can perform. As you see in our topology consists of this router and these two departments. So in this department is the sales and marketing departments and finance departments. So we are going to select a specific traffic. So it means we are going to allow sales departments can access or can reach the remote using SSH and access control list and deny finance departments. So in our first step, we will make a configure IP addresses to the router and hosts. So in this interface, we will assign this IP address 192.168.20.1. We will give this interface. Click the router and select the CLI. Now enable config interface gigabyte 0/0 IP address 192.168.20.1 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown. Okay, now in our next step we will give the IP addresses to the hosts. Click this host, 192.168.20.10. Its default gateway is 20.1. Click this another PC and we'll give 20.20 and its default gateway is 20.1. Come this another department, finance department. As you see are there, same IP address 20.30, 20.30, and they are same default gateway. Come this another PC and we will give 20.40 and this default gateway is 20.1. Now we finish for the configuring IP address to the routers and hosts, and in our next step we will configure remote access on the router, and then we test the SSH on both departments, sales departments and finance departments. So to make a configuration remote access SSH, come to router and click OK. Exit. First we will make a password. Enable password Cisco. Host name RM Touch. IP domain name. IP domain name Cisco.com. Username Cisco and password is Cisco. After when you make that configuration, you will make a crypto key generate RSA. Then you will write the model of 1024. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Then line VTY 015. Then you will write login local, and then you will write transport input. Okay, you can make all none or SSH. You transport input SSH. Okay, and then save your configuration. Do right. Now we finished for the configuring remote access on the router, and now we will test SSH on the both departments if they can reach or not. Okay, come this PC, Bing 192.168. We will test SSH -L Cisco 192.168.20.1. As you see, it asks the password, and our password was Cisco. Okay, and then enable password. I think you remember it was Cisco. Now we are the inside of the switch, inside, yeah. Okay, come this another BC to test SSH, then SSH -L Cisco, and the IP address on the router 192.168.20.1. It asks a password, and the password was Cisco, and the enable password is Cisco. And this department, sales departments can reach as remote access for the router. Okay, come finance department to test SSH -L Cisco 192.168.20.1. And also it asks a password. The password was Cisco, and the enable password is also Cisco. Okay, come this another PC to test SSH -L Cisco 192.168.20.1, and also it can reach Cisco, sorry, okay, SSH -L Cisco 192.168.20.1, and the password was Cisco, and the enable password was Cisco. Okay, now we finish for the config and for the testing. The PC can reach as a remote access. So in our next step, we'll configure standard access controls list to select a specific department. So we'll configure standard access control list to only permit the sales department PC to remotely access with a router. So click and then exit access list 20 permit host. We want to only to allow these two PCs in a sales department and deny all the other ones. So access list permit host 192.168.20.10. Exit and enter. Access list 20 permit host 192.168.20.20. Now we allow only these two PCs, 192.168.20.10 and 192.168.20.20. And then we deny access list 20, deny any, and then line VTY 015 access class 20 in, and then save your configuration. So now we finish for the configuring a standard access control list to only permit the two PCs of a sales department to remotely access the router. So save your configuration, and now in our next step we will bind the access controls created in line V2Y. So now we will test it SSH again for both departments. So we'll test it. Click the CMD. Okay, SSH hyphen L SSH hyphen L Cisco 192.168 site.20.1. Okay, and our password was Cisco, and the enable password was also Cisco. Okay, that PC can reach. Okay, come this another PC SSH hyphen L Cisco 192.168 site.20.1, and it asks the password, and the password was Cisco, and the enable is Cisco. Okay, now we test for the department of finance department. So click this PC. Okay, exit SSH hyphen L Cisco 192.168.20.1. As you see in here, the connection refused by remote hosts because we deny. Okay, come this another PC finance department. Exit exit SSH hyphen L Cisco 192.168.20.1. Yes, the connection refused by remote access. So now we finish for the configuration access control list for VTY. So thank you very much, and please subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next class.